Welcome in, Aries, to Don Williams Tarot. I hope this message finds you well. This message is for sun, moon, and rising placements in the sign of Aries. If you have those placements, this message may be for you. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, not a one-on-one reading, so not all messages may resonate. Take what does, leave what doesn't. And if you're interested in doing a deep dive as to what's going on with you and your life, I do provide private readings. My information is in the description box below, or you can go to donwilliamstarot.com to find all my details. So I am finishing up this round of readings. It's supposed to be for this coming week, starting today as of August 11th through the 17th. So I have been shuffling your cards. We would like to know what Aries needs to know for this week, what's coming up for their awareness, their guidance, any insights and information that may help them navigate through this week would be welcome. As I do this portion of your reading, I am going to take myself off camera so we can focus strictly on your cards. After I have completed this portion of your reading, I'll bring myself back on camera, and then I'm going to pull 5 main themes from the Tea Leaf Tarot deck right here. This is not a tarot deck. This is a oracle deck. Sorry. Those 5 messages are typically additional information that Spirit wants you to know, or it could be clarifiers for information that was shared in the reading. Okay. If you're brand new to my channel, I'd absolutely love it if you would subscribe. Please click that thumbs up and the notification bell, and you will be advised and notified whenever I drop new content. So thank you so much. We would love to have you here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to split the deck. I am doing the Kachina knife for you today. Starting off with that 10 of Wands, we do have the Hangman. We have the Fool card. So you have 2 major arcana so far. We have the 7 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, the Star card, and the Moon card. Wow. Wow, this is really powerful, you guys. Okay, so you've got 4 major arcana out of 7 cards. So that means this week's going to be pretty impactful for you. So let me get myself off camera and let's get started on the meanings of each of these placements. Okay, so we start off with that 10 of Wands there. So the 10 of Wands is your overall energy for the week. This is representing you and your energy. It feels as though many of you are feeling as though you are carrying a heavy burden at this time. And it feels as though whatever that heavy burden is, because it's going to be something different for all of you, that you are getting very close at putting that heavy burden down. That heavy burden can, be just about anything. It can be that you have really stepped up in some situation in your job space or somewhere where you are taking on the load or the work of others. And so I think of it as in your job space because, August happens to be a month where a lot of people like to take vacation time. And so it puts that extra burden on the people that are not on vacation, right? So whatever this is representing for you, just know that something's going to be coming in that's going to allow you to put that heavy burden down. As you can see in the card, he is very close to his home where he's actually going to, unload that load. Now, the story behind this card is he grew those from seeds, and he nurtured them and tended to them, and now he's getting ready to bring in his harvest. So that's kind of the information that's coming through for you for right now. Now, as we're asking about what is coming towards you, what's going to happen for you this week, I see the Hanged Man here. Now, the Hanged Man here is saying that you need to surrender to the universal will. So what does that represent for you? The Hangman is also that energy of letting go, bracing something new, realigning your heart with your purpose. This is also an energy of you need to think about things, or newfound wisdom is going to come to you because of the halo here. So it feels as though some of you might be in a place where you feel as though you're stuck, or there is a level of frustration that can also be associated with this card because you're not feeling as though you're making, forward movement. This is something that is outside of your control. It is a major arcana. So wherever area in your life where you're feeling stuck, just realize that something will come along and it will change that energy, and you'll be able to make progress very soon. What is in your immediate past is the Fool card. The Fool card is a self-belief, right? It's a new journey, a new chapter. This is an energy of building confidence within yourself. There is an independence within this card. And it's also that card of being in the moment. Now, as you can see, it is a gold card. You've got 3 gold cards right down the center of your reading. And those 3 golden cards are meant to be blessings. They're meant to be universal blessings. And this Fool card, as you can see, he's got the sun shining down on top of him. So with that, I feel as though he's just trusting his path. He's trusting that where he's going to go is where he needs to be. And he's just trusting that he just needs to be in the moment and everything is going to be fine. So I think that we can learn the lessons of the Fool quite easily here. Now, the other thing that I noticed about him is he's carrying what he needs on his back. He also has his trusty dog here, which is about loyalty. And this is also about your own animal instincts, right? Now, in the center right here, we have that 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is my card of lying, cheating, stealing. So be aware that that energy may be around you this week, or that this energy is also my card of strategy, where something might come in where you are going to need to strategize. Now, the story behind this guy is he's in a war. You can see there's people back here. Can't see them very well, but he's gone into his enemy's camp and he's stealing their stores. So he's using his creative ideas, right? He's thinking outside the box. He is going into the enemy camp and taking away their weapons so that he doesn't have to fight them because they have no weapons to fight with. So this is a strategy card. So I don't know how this is going to unfold for you, but do be aware that this is my strategy card as well as that lying, cheating, stealing card. This is that card. So just make sure that you lock things up, right? That you don't leave your possessions out so that somebody can pick them up and walk away with them. If you're a lady and you carry a handbag, just know where your handbag is all the time. Just don't give anybody a reason to be able to rip you off, right? And as we progress, I see that we're moving into the energy of the 9 of Pentacles. I absolutely love this card. This is my pre-Empress card. She is meant to look as though she has got opulence, right? That she comes from money. She does have grapes here that are growing on the vines behind her. Grapes are meant to be a very difficult thing to grow. You have to have the knowledge to be able to grow them properly. They have to have the right conditions and the right soil and all the stuff. And that's basically saying that she has that knowledge. She also is the energy that symbolizes material comfort and abundance. She's very financial and practical. And she's also looking towards her own physical security. So I feel as though this is something that's going to be important to you. Is, maybe some of you are looking at money situations this week, or where can you allocate money? Because as you can see, she's got her pentacles split up here. So either she's going to be giving those 3 pentacles away, or she's figuring out where can I invest those 3 pentacles so those 3 pentacles can make more money, right? The other thing about her is that there's a little snail right here on her card, and that snail represents and that you are going to need to focus. You're going to need to focus on that aspect of your your money situation, job. I feel like job is coming in really strong. And then she also has this bird, which birds are also meant, he's a hooded bird. So that means that she's training this bird, right? So she's a falconer. But the other thing about that bird is meant to see things from a higher perspective. So I feel as though there's a lot of good things coming in here for you. The star card comes in, and this is about your expectations being fulfilled. So it's also talking about wishes granted. These are about opportunities coming in. This is also my card of deep transformational healing. So this would be for people who are really working on trauma-based healing work right now, or and it doesn't even have to be that deep, but typically this comes in after a tower moment. So because this card follows the tower. So after a tower moment and things come tumbling down in your life and everything is disrupted, you have to put yourself together, right? And that's kind of what the energy of this star card does represent. It is talking about being honest and open. It's also being about egoless, and it's also refueling hope for your future. Now, it is emphasized too by the moon card. Now, the moon card is a very tricky card because the moon represents having to walk away from your fears, having to face your fears. And if you look at the card itself, we have a lobster here that's in water that is coming up onto land. Now, typically lobsters will not do this. This lobster recognizes it in order for it to attain its success and its abundance, it has to travel this dark road, right? Past the scary twin towers here, past the dog and the coyotes, and to the mountains in the back is where his success lies. So he's going to have to leave everything he knows behind. So this card is a mystery. There's information here that is not being shared, but it is a card about facing your fears on some level. So I don't know what that's going to represent for you, but it is a major arcana. So it could be a dark night of a soul kind of a moment. It could be information that comes up that is a change to your belief system, something that you might have believed in your whole life, something along those lines. I mean, it's going to be okay. It's just that there's a lot of mystery associated with that moon card. And there is, it's also that card of having to take action in the face of fear, right? Because if you think about the lobster, going out of his comfort zone and going to the mountains in the back where there's no water back there, but he knows that's where he has to go. So I'm going to pull two more cards for you. Oh, you have the Ace of Swords. So that means a new opportunity for a change of the way that you think or the way that you communicate is coming in. And then that Page of Cups is an opportunity for a new friendship or a new love potential. But the Page of Cups does represent changes in a new path. And this would be something that is just something that lights up your heart. So it could be a new relationship. But with that sword there, with that Ace of Swords, I do feel as though something's going to come in. This could be a message. He's a messenger, so it could be messages that you are waiting for that give you some enlightenment and give you some answers, and that may be what frees you from that hangman position. Overall, it looks really good. You do have a lot of major arcana, so it's a situation where it may take you longer than this 1 week to complete this cycle, but this is what is here for you today. So that is what I'm reading. Okay, so now I'm going to pull your last 5 cards. 3, 4. If you've made it this far, please give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Your first card is an eye, and it says psychic abilities. Trust your intuition. That's the other thing about the moon card. The moon card really does say that you need to trust your intuition because your intuition is what guides you, right? So as long as you align your heart, your gut, and then your mind, typically is the way it goes, you should be just fine. Vulture, depression, anxiety, are worried that someone is against you. Well, I hope that isn't something that comes to pass, But, I always feel that because we live in a dualistic type of reality, even though we would love for everybody to like us, that isn't always the case, right? So just be careful that that energy is there. Then we have a pig, beware of greed. Okay. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. I didn't get that. I got that. I didn't get any of that. I didn't get that energy either. But that doesn't mean that that isn't something that spirit wants you to be aware of. Flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. Okay. Well, I feel as though what this is really saying, and if you're looking at some of the lower energies, when you're talking about that vulture, depression or anxiety or worry that someone is against you, that would definitely tie into that 7 of Swords. Remember, lying, cheating, stealing? That is that energy. So if you're feeling, just have your spidey senses up this week and just be aware of the people around you, even if it's people that you've known for a long time. Just have that awareness. Okay. So I hope you found some nuggets here that were helpful for you. I hope you have an amazing week. And until next time, take very good care of you, Aries, and have an amazing week.